Welcome to the channel, fellow guitarists and YouTube junkies. Yeah, I know. Anyways, sorry, I'll get to the point. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a little guitar hunting online and talking about the current guitar market. So first up, this Schecter Sunset 7 Extreme. I've talked about it before in one of my other videos. They are available now. I still think it's a lot of bang for the buck, especially with stainless steel frets and being a baritone 7-string guitar. One person did comment in the other video I made about this guitar saying that they got one, but it was not good, that it had a lot of problems and they had to take it back and that they'll never buy a Schecter again. So it sounds like Schecter's still not 100% on their quality control, which is too bad. But another person commented saying that they got one and it's absolutely fantastic. So, I guess not everyone's perfect with their quality control. Still, I still think it's a very pretty looking guitar. Still offers a lot of quality for the price compared to other guitars in the market today. So next up, I'm going to talk about ESP LTD, and just an example right here. The new Nergal signatures are crazy expensive. That V is $2,000. Jeez. I remember when the 7-string V, the Hex 7 signature Nergal guitar came out. It was about $1,000 brand new, and it came with the case. Maybe it was 1,100. I even got one after it came out. But $2,000, geez, I mean, the artist tax is definitely pretty obvious in this, or the artist cut. I mean, obviously not all of the new LTDs are $2,000, but still, even the Eclipses are more expensive than they used to be. Particularly the 1,000 level ones. I guess this is kind of me just venting. Everything's more expensive these days. I am Captain Obvious, I know. But just an example, this Javier Reyes 8-string Super Strat is 2,500. Like, holy shit. I mean, with price that high, you might as well just save your money and order a custom shop guitar, and then you can pick the specs exactly how you want them. There's no compromising anywhere. You can get exactly what you want. But it's not all doom and gloom in this video. I'm going to show you some deals that actually seem to be pretty good for some decent guitars out there on the internet. And here's just another example. Bill Kelleher's Eclipse, or EC, whatever, the faded silver burst signature guitar. It's $1,800. It's almost $2,000, almost as expensive as Nergal's. And then here you go. You have a silver burst Harley Benton Les Paul for $259. I mean, it's not the same guitar. It doesn't look the same, but it is a silver burst Les Paul. I actually own two Harley Benton SC 550s, their version of the Les Paul. And I can tell you, you may not get a perfect guitar if you order one, but one that I did get, it was nearly perfect. There was absolutely no flaws in the finish whatsoever, and the pickups actually sound really good, even though they're just Tesla pickups. And the SC550s that I got also came with stainless steel frets, so it was a lot of bang for the buck, for sure. And I swear the other day I saw one of these Nergal Signature 200 level Vs for sale for $1,000. I swear I saw that the other day. I didn't see it when I filmed this video, but I was like, man, people are freaking losing their minds. But I did also come across this Signature Corey Bilyeu 7-string V for sale for about $800, which is a pretty good deal. I mean, it says it's used in an excellent condition, but from the pictures, it looks pretty dang good. And brand new is usually about 14 or 1500 bucks, I think. But it is a pretty sick looking 7-string V. Anyone interested should go hop on that. I don't think I've ever seen a better price for that particular model. So I actually own an older ESP LTD H1007 FR, and it's still a really good guitar, still really solid even all these years later. And I was curious what is available on the used market for the same model or a slightly newer version. And there are some good deals out there, as I'll show you here in a second. but also some deals that are also a little questionable, especially since the guitar was released several years ago. So, but this one is going for 900 bucks. Looks like there are some other listings for the same guitar that are more expensive, but it looks like it's actually a quality 7-string guitar. Has a 1000 series Floyd, and it comes with Fishmans. I know Floyds aren't for everyone. Oh, that one sold, but I'll show you another one here in a second. But I do own 2 different guitars with 1000 series Floyds, and I've never had a problem with them. I've actually got them set up pretty dang well, and they stay in tune pretty decent as far as you can get with a Floyd, in my opinion. Of course, that also comes down to how it's set up and temperature and humidity changes and how much you are abusing the whammy bar, of course. Blah, blah, blah. Here's one of the listings I was talking about that's kind of more ridiculous for 1007 ESP LTD guitar. It's over $1,000, and it doesn't actually, I couldn't see if it said if it's new or used. Maybe I just missed it, but I'm going to assume it's new for that price. But it's a hardtail bridge on this one. Still a quality guitar. Maybe not the best deal out there, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. But full disclosure, one of the guitars I'm going to show you in this video, I did actually already buy, but I'm not going to tell you which one. So you're going to have to subscribe and hit that bell so you will see the video when it comes out. Anyways, here's a 1007 with a poplar burl top and a fade. Seems like another quality guitar. Of course, you know, if you're buying used, some of the guitars will probably be a little bit damaged, you know, on the finish, little nicks and scratches. But some owners are more careful than others. So some used guitars may be in great shape. Like this one from the pictures looks pretty good, except for I remember the headstock was a little damaged. Oh, there it is. Told you. But anyways, I know I'm Captain Obvious with a lot of the things I'm saying, but just in case anyone doesn't know, well, here's the deals for you. And it is quite possible to just, you know, buy a used guitar, and if there is something wrong with it, you can get it worked on, and still it may be cheaper than buying a brand new guitar, especially with these crazy new LTD prices. And here we got a Randy Rhoads 7-string V. It's actually 26.5" on the scale length, and it does have a Floyd Rose Special, not a 1000 series, hence it's not as expensive as the 1007 used, or B-stock, whatever this is. And anyways, it's really not that hard to swap out a Floyd. I've done it several times now, so you could totally buy that guitar and buy an original 7-string Floyd Rose, or a 1000 series 7-string version, and put it in, and voila, you have quite a quality 7-string V that is also a baritone. Squee! And I know EMGs are probably not for everyone, but swapping from actives to actives is actually pretty easy, as long as you don't want to have the availability of switching voices in one pickup. And kind of random, I was just looking at these Vase Sustainer humbuckers pickups. Kind of random. I was just looking at them. Never tried one out. Don't know anyone that has tried them out. I do have a Sustainiac, one of my Schecter E-Type guitars, but I am assuming that this works just like a Sustainiac pickup system. I'll have to do a little more research. I don't know if I'll ever get one. But anyways, also this guitar is no longer for sale, but a Halo Chainbreaker 7-string. Looks like an Extreme Explorer type body. It's sold, but this is an example of some of the guitars that are out there. And also we have this 10S GF, aka Les Paul by 10S Guitars, with the blue/turquoise burst, whatever you want to call that color. It's only $420, available through Guitar Center. And Solar guitars, we'll talk about Solar guitars more later here in a minute, but yeah, I was looking at some used Solars on Guitar Center's website, and there's some decent deals. This V seems to be a better deal than that red one, only $900. But now we'll talk about Solar. Okay, Solar is doing a huge sale right now at the time of filming. If you didn't know, they're a lot, almost. They're doing so much discounts on so many models. They have a lot of models available too, by the way. But yeah, I'm just gonna scroll through here. Um, once you can take a look for yourself also on their website. But prices are definitely slashed. Ola said the sale is going to last for 3 weeks, and that started a couple days ago on Sunday. I do not have any Solar guitars. I know some people online have complained about their quality, saying that they got cracked fretboards. And me personally, I've never gotten a cracked fretboard on a guitar before, but just a quick Google search sounds like that has a lot to do with humidity and the wood drying out. So it probably says more about the person taking care of the guitar or not taking care of the guitar. They probably should have oiled that fretboard regularly, but I'm no expert on this topic. I'm just speculating. So don't crucify me in the comments. I don't completely know what I'm talking about this time. But there's some pretty sick deals in here. I mean, there's 7-string guitars with stainless steel frets and Evertunes for under $1,000 in here. And there's also some baritones with stainless steel frets for under $1,000 in here. There's even 7-string tellies, baritones that are going for $600. It's like, what the hell? I thought everything was getting more expensive. Apparently not for these 3 weeks at Solar Guitars. So anyone watching this video, if you are interested in a Solar guitar but were waiting, I think now is your time. You better hop on this sale because these are really good deals, especially for the specs. And at the time of filming, some of these models are already sold out, so probably better act fast before the one you want is already gone. So a lot of these, as you can see on the screen, are the Super Strat shape. They're A model, or whatever you want to call it, a 1 point whatever, a 2 point whatever. That is their flagship model. And for me, I am not the biggest fan of the Super Strat body shape. I mean, I have a couple guitars with the Super Strat body shape, but it is not my perfect guitar body shape. But I know for a lot of people it is. So there's that. Sorry, I was kind of rambling there. For those that don't know, the Solar also does make bass guitars. I've never played on one, but they look pretty nice. I wouldn't mind trying one out. Maybe one day. Who knows? But we're going to be scrolling here for a while through all these guitars that are on sale. But just a quick side note, my band Altered Genesis did just put out some new music. If you want to go check it out. We're on Spotify already. The other streaming services take longer to process the songs for some reason. But at the time of filming, we are already on Spotify. But man, this is a lot of freaking guitars on sale from Solar Guitars. Another side note, I was talking about buying used guitars. I mean, it's really beneficial if you can learn to do things on the guitar yourself, like do mods or upgrades, or if you can make a friend that's really good at doing them and he can do them for you, or she can. You could potentially save yourself a lot of money doing it that way. Or, you can find a guitar tech that's really good and pay him to do some work on your guitars. I have a buddy that recently bought a Blackheart guitar used through Guitar Center. I believe he got it for about $500, and I think when it was new, it was 1,000 or somewhere around there. We ended up swapping out parts on the Floyd Rose because they were rusted and corroded, and we ended up polishing up the fretboard, And now he absolutely loves that guitar. Oh, it was really dirty too. We cleaned it up. But yeah, we just, we put a little work into it, and now it's a freaking awesome player. And it's, yeah, just an example of what you can get out there. You can still turn a used guitar that might be a little beat up, a little dirty. You can still turn it into a great player and potentially save yourself a lot of money instead of buying a brand new guitar. Seriously, though, you got to give a lot of props for this sale because these are some pretty sick deals, and every other guitar company is increasing prices, increasing prices. So, I mean, at least the big guitar companies like ESP and Gibson, even freaking Epiphones are now, some models are over $1,000 brand new. It's like, what the heck? I thought they were always supposed to be budget friendly guitars. Guess not anymore. But if there are any Solar guitar owners watching this video, maybe you should post a comment down below. Let us know, how good is your guitar? What is the quality like? Do you love it? Is it just okay? Let us know. Thanks. But this is a lot of guitars to scroll through. Um, but yeah, this is what we're doing. And I know this video is going to be pretty long, but I thought it'd be valuable for anyone looking to buy a new guitar right now to show you all these deals that are available. And I know there's a lot of other deals out there that I won't even get to in this video, but just wanted to make this video, talk about the guitar market, and potentially help someone find some good deals on a new guitar or a used guitar, whatever you get. And I know I'm not the most consistent with my uploads. I'm still kind of new to YouTube and still working on trying to be more efficient with my time. I mean, I have a day job, so time is limited on how much I can spend on these videos. But I do have more videos in the works, including some original songs, some covers, and guitar reviews. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified for my next upload. Or don't, it's up to you. I can't tell you what to do. But here we go. Here's some Solar Tellies or Solar T-type guitars. And man, these prices are pretty attractive, I must say. They did pretty dang good with designing their Telly, or their version of the Telly. Oh, there we go. There's that neon yellow 7-string Telly, 26.5-inch scale for $600. Freaking good deal for anyone that wants a bright highlighter yellow guitar. But anyways, I do absolutely love these, but most of the colors that they offer just don't do it for me. I'm not the biggest fan of an all black guitar, to be honest. So I mean, sometimes it works real well, I think, and sometimes it's just too boring for me. I would absolutely love it though if Solar Guitars made a 7-string V that was blue, had a blue burst with flame maple top or quilted maple top. I think that would look absolutely gorgeous. But blue's my favorite color, so I'm a little biased there. I do think Solar nailed it with their X-shaped guitars, just the way they look. I do wish they had 24 frets though. And oh, this one wasn't on the sale, but there is a purple 7-string Solar guitar available. I know purple is not the most popular color also for metal guitars, but sometimes it's exactly what the doctor ordered. But here's one guitar that is already sold out. As you can see there on the previous page, it was that 7-string V with the Floyd. And the sale just started on Sunday, I believe, and I filmed this on Sunday. But anyways, off to another guitar brand, 10S Guitars. I do have a 7-string Les Paul made by them, but I just wanted to point out they also make this beautiful red baritone 6-string guitar, 27-inch scale. That's available on the market, and this is looking at it on their website, but I would recommend buying through their Reverb store. The Reverb price is a little bit higher, but that's because Reverb also has to get a slice of the pie, so to speak. But a baritone Les Paul, you don't really see too many of those out there in the wild, or at least I don't. But anyways, speaking of 7-string tellies, we were talking about those earlier. Vola is another company that makes 7-string telly-like guitars. This is a guitar I've had my eye on for a while. I don't know if I'll ever get it though, because I have a lot of 7-string guitars already. But to me, it is a very pretty guitar. It is the one telly that I have seen that really speaks to me. I don't know, something about the body shape and the whole layout with the 2 single coils and the humbucker. It's more of a vintage / classic style, but it's a 7-string, so it's like a modern twist on a classic guitar. And they do offer some other 7-string options as well. Not all of them have stainless steel frets, but some of them do, like the Telly I was showing you. And it does have, that particular model does have a roasted maple neck, as you could clearly see also. So it would be a very stable neck, which would definitely help with tuning stability. And these Vola guitars are also made in Japan. And I suppose you shouldn't really judge a guitar by where it's made. I mean, a guitar made here in the US could be crappy or it could be absolutely fantastic. Just depends, on the quality and the craftsmanship put into it. With that said, though, from what I understand, Japan has a very good reputation for putting out very high quality guitars. In fact, I do own one guitar that was made in Japan, and it is actually one of my very favorite guitars, and I could never part with it. So, take all that with a grain of salt, I guess. And next up is this 10S Guitars GF Modern 7. I already own this guitar, and I've done a review video on it. I'll link it here on the screen for those of you that haven't seen it already. But that guitar is definitely a lot of bang for the buck. It is 25.5-inch scale, which could be off-putting for some 7-string connoisseurs out there. But I was also looking at what else is out there, and I decided to type in E2, ESP E2 arrows, see what's available. There's a couple baby metal 7-strings out there. Here we go. We got another 10S baritone. This one's all white. I believe this is a copy of one of Buckethead's guitars. I'm not an expert on this topic though. And our next stop is Ormsby Guitars. Just looking at these prices, I know these aren't budget, but this is Australian dollars, and I know the US dollar is a different value. I think it's about 1,500 US dollars to 2,000 Australian dollars. Of course, that is going to fluctuate day to day with trade prices, blah, blah, blah. But definitely not the cheapest guitar on the list. But Ormsby is definitely putting out some interesting models with unique specs and shapes. Their X shape actually looks pretty sweet, I think. But of course, these are still not the cheapest guitars out there at all. But from what I've heard and what I've seen in other videos and other reviews out there on the internet, but it seems like Ormsby is making some killer guitars with high quality. Alright, next up is Harley Benton. Most of you have probably already seen this guitar on YouTube or the internet, but Harley Benton does make a couple baritones out there, including this Amarok in this quilted maple red burst finish. I think it actually looks pretty sick. They make a couple different colors too, this green burst, and they have a black one. And they did have a blue one. I think the blue one sold out on a sale about a month or two ago. But anyways, Harley Bentons, from my experience, they are not perfect with their quality control. I'll do a whole video on that later. With that said though, these are 27-inch scale baritones. They do come with stainless steel frets, they are neck through, and they have EMG retroactive pickups. I've never tried a retroactive, but they look like passive pickups, but they are in fact active. Supposedly they're supposed to be like vintage pickups. But if the guitars are good, then that is a really good deal for a baritone guitar, especially nowadays. Next up, we got this Cerberus Guitars Moros 7 in Aegean Fade finish. Now, I have never played a Cerberus guitar, but I would love to. I mean, they look pretty sick from what I've seen with the pictures and the videos online. And I know this price right here is not the most budget friendly, but I have seen the 6-string version used go for about 750, 800 on the market. So you could probably point that out to Guitar Center and maybe get them to lower the price, because that's not the, I don't think that price is the fair market value for used Cerberus guitar, especially not compared to the other listings I've seen. But anyways, I know Guitar Center's website, they never have very high quality pictures up for their used guitars. But if you Google this guitar, you'll see much better pictures on the internet. But it is 26.5-inch scale length, and it looks to be satin finish all the way around the guitar. And it is Guitar Murray pickups. I don't remember which models. I think the Atlas set in it. But and it has stainless steel frets also. But this could potentially be the perfect guitar for someone out there that absolutely loves the Explorer shape. I mean, this is a little bit different, but it looks pretty nice to me. Very aesthetic, and I love the blue fade. But next up is Agile guitars. And from what I can tell, some people absolutely love Agile guitars and think the quality is actually really good for the money. And then I've heard some people say the guitars they got were absolutely crap. So take that with a grain of salt, I guess. Your guitar might be awesome or it might not. But from what I could tell, they seem to be offering pretty good guitars for the specs and the price. Lots of grains of salt going around in this video. Watch out, McDonald's. I'm coming for you. Just kidding. I, however, have never owned an Agile guitar. My buddy did own a baritone 7-string for a while. Yes, we're just looking at the 8 strings right here that are available currently. But they do have 7-string and 6-string and even 9-string and 10-string and a whole bunch of multi-scales and a few baritones available. They also make acoustic guitars too. But I'm getting a little sidetracked here. But my buddy that owned the Agile 7-string guitar, he didn't keep it, but he said the guitar played beautifully. So take with that what you will. That blue and purple 8-string though, that looks really nice to me, is obviously a multi-scale 8-string, 28 and 5/8 to 25.5 inches, I believe. And it does have their own passive pickups, but it is neck through and a satin finish. Looks really nice. If I was, wink wink, in the market for a multi-scale 8-string right now, that's probably what I would get, because the price is very attractive. And obviously these are some headless 8-string models that they have available currently also at the time of filming on their website. And next up, we're looking at some more Jackson guitars. These are the Chris Broderick signature models. We're looking at the 7-string versions. This one's the hardtail. I'll show you the Floyd Rose version here in a second. And the prices vary. I mean, these ones are the better deals of the ones I've seen. They are 25.5-inch scale with 12-inch fingerboard radius. It's pretty round for a 7-string guitar, at least from what I've seen these days. And I have never played on one of these, but to me they look pretty nice. It is not just a typical Super Strat shape. It is twisted a little bit there at the bottom of the body. But obviously, by now you can tell I am a sucker for blue guitars. So there's that. But the whole point of this video was for me to show you guys some of the deals that are out there, potentially really good deals. But next up on the docket, we got some more LTD guitars. This one is one of their older anniversary 7-string models that they had available. It does have the EMG 57 and 66 set in 7-string form. From these pictures, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. The price is $1,000 though, so I don't know if it's completely fair for that guitar, but it is kind of a more rare model. But it does look like a really nice guitar, and it does have a satin finish all the way around. And next up, used Agile 8-string. And for the price, I don't know, this might be a really good deal or might not. You know, like I was saying earlier, seems like Agile's quality varies, depends on who you ask. But it is a blue 8-string neck through guitar with active EMGs. And it's under 600 bucks. Got a GOC Valkyrie 7-string. I have never heard of this brand or model before, but it's purple. It looks nice. I have no idea if it is good quality or not. But $600, it's not the biggest gamble for a new guitar. I don't know, this might be exactly what one of you guys are looking for. It does definitely look like the original pickups are missing though, and those were replacements because the holes are definitely bigger than those pickups. Next up, we got another Agile guitar. This one's a 7-string and it's a baritone at 27-inch scale. This one is definitely more beat up than the other one we just saw, but it's also at a lower price, so you know, might be perfect for someone out there on a budget looking for a new baritone 7-string. I mean, the colors and the finish look really nice, but this one definitely has more than a few scratches and dings in it, as you can see in these pictures. Might be your thing, might not. I know some people really love the look of and feel of a worn in, slightly abused guitar. So if you are one of those people, this might be the perfect guitar for you. Alright, next up we're going back to Guitar Center's website. We're going to check out some used Schecter 8-string guitars. And believe it or not, I almost got a Schecter 8-string a while back. I was really looking at the listings for the Schecter, what's it called? Hellraiser Hybrid C8 with the quilted maple top and the dark gray / black sunburst with active EMGs. I believe is 57 and 66, but in 8-string form. Looks like Guitar Center has a couple of those available, used, and also some other versions, some other 8-string models, including some of their multiscales. Oh, look, there's one of the John Brown guitars, 8-string left-handed version, and blah, blah, blah. And they also got this weird 8-string spine guitar. We'll take a closer look at that one here in a second, to showing you what else is also available. They also have this Schecter 8-string with a Floyd, and you know, I think Schecter might be the only guitar company that I've ever seen make an 8-string guitar with a freaking Floyd Rose on it. I've never played an 8-string with a Floyd. It might be quite the bee to set up. But I do have a 7-string with a Floyd, and I've pretty much mastered how to set up that. So, who knows? Next up, we got MGH guitars. I have never played one of these before, but I just heard of them a little while ago, looking at YouTube videos for the Guitar Summit thing that happened over in Europe a month or two ago. But some of these models look really cool, look really sick, in my opinion. So, just pointing them out to people that didn't know about them before. And you know, just with the rising guitar prices, with the big companies like ESP, Gibson, blah blah blah, Jackson, Fender, whatever. With the rising prices, I think a lot of people may actually turn to the smaller companies like MGH guitars or 10S guitars or whatever, because they can get more value for the dollar, because they don't have to pay all these upper heads, these upper executives, and blah blah blah. So they don't have as much costs that they have to factor in. And I'm definitely not an expert on this topic. I'm just an average guitar consumer, and this is my perspective. And there's a lot of other small companies out there. I can't name them all, but you can find them on the internet. We'll talk about another one though here in a minute. But MGH Guitars is definitely offering some cool looking models, including this Warlock right here. And there was a couple of Ironbird looking models that we saw earlier also. So pretty cool, if you ask me. All right, and here's another guitar slash brand I have never heard of before. Aria Pro 2 Jet Series Baritone. Just discovered this recently, but they make apparently some 30-inch scale baritones for not a lot of money. I don't know if they're good or not because I've never played one, and I have not seen a review yet for someone that has. But could be potentially a great deal. Oh, and it has a tremolo, 30-inch scale baritone with the tremolo. That's a little more unique. And the body is kind of like a cross between a Tele and a Jazzmaster, obviously. And here's another guitar brand I've never heard of before until recently, Legion Nihilist 7-string. It looks pretty similar to an Ibanez Xiphos, but a little bit different on the angles slash shape. Obviously, it's the X. It's a version of the X shape, but it looks like it comes with its own case. It is molded to the shape that it needs. $1,000. Don't know how good the quality is. Might be really good. Who knows? All right, but the next guitar we're going to talk about is an F Burma guitar. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. But this listing is sold slash unavailable. But it looks pretty cool in my opinion. It's definitely a custom job, obviously. And it is a 7-string Les Paul with a red sunburst going on. I don't know, you might be able to message this guy. I'm pretty sure it's a one-man company, but you might be able to message him and get one of these for yourself or customize it a little bit to your liking. I know he has a bunch of other models that he also does, guitar shapes, that you could buy from him. But just an example of another small company that's out there that can make some custom guitars for you. Another brand that is a small company, I think it's just one person, that also makes some pretty cool looking guitars is Charbonneau guitars. You could Google them. I know Spectre Sound Studios, Glenn Fricker has done some reviews for a couple of their guitars. They look pretty nice too. But anyways, thanks for watching my video. Sorry this video turned out to be so long, but it was a lot of guitar hunting that I was able to get through. Hopefully I was able to help some of you out in potential new guitar you're looking to buy. But anyways, thanks for watching. I got some other videos on the channel you should come check out. Alright, take it easy guys. Goodbye.